Hello all, welcome to a new video. Today the video it is about the Hindu editorial edition which is saying that 80 years on from Hiroshima, and today it is August 6th. We are actually commemorating the Hiroshima Day which happened on August 6, 1945. So let's get into this article and also its explanation which I have come up with. So the nuclear weapons and also the norm of non-use. So the article it is all about this particular key term, that is the norm of non-use. So we can see that on August 6, 1945, the US had dropped a nuclear bomb on Hiroshima, Japan, and over 70,000 people died instantly. Many more died later from the radiation sickness. And a second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki 3 days later, killing 40,000 more people. See, these are the only two times the nuclear weapons were used in the war, and after this, no nuclear weapons were used in the war. And since then, even though 9 countries now have nuclear weapons and the number and power of these bombs have increased, no one has used them in war again. So at that time, when the Hiroshima happened, only US was having this atomic bomb. But now, 9 countries of this world it is having the nuclear bomb. So this is called the norm of non-use, which means that no one has used them in war again. So it is like a global understanding that nukes should not be used, not because of law, but because of fear and also the moral reasons. What are nukes? Nukes are nuclear weapons. And we can see that why this norm is important. See, no law fully bans nuclear use, especially international laws. Treaties like non-nuclear non-proliferation treaty only say that countries they should try to reduce the nukes, which means nuclear weapons. The ICJ, which means the International Court of Justice, it is also saying that nukes would generally go against the humanitarian laws, but it didn't really says that it is illegal. So the norm it is used on, it is actually based on global agreement and fear. It is not based on strong legal rules. Let's see who helped build this norm. So the Hibakusha, they are the survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, shared their painful stories to show the human suffering caused by the nuclear bombs. At first, the US, it hid the truth about the radiation effects, but after 1954 accident when a Japanese fishing boat was hit by a nuclear fallout, people began to understand the long-term dangers of it. Okay, so the Hibakusha, they formed a group called Nihon Hidankyo and traveled around the world for the nuclear disarmament. You can see that in 2024, Nihon Hidankyo finally received the Nobel Peace Prize. So this is the whole story behind this notion of non-use, norm of non-use. And let's look at why this is important now. Because Russia has made nuclear threats in the Ukraine war. We can also see that the Palestinian and Israel war is going on. So countries like US, they are making smaller but more usable nuclear weapons. And even in India during the Operation Sindoor, PM Modi warned against this nuclear blackmail. So this shows how easily nuclear talk can come into the modern conflicts, which means whenever the countries are fighting a war, what comes in between, it is like many countries are threatening the smaller countries, many large powers are threatening the smaller countries by saying that we are having the nuclear weapons. Like we can see that both India and Pakistan comes into conflict every time. And why the world is fearing the this conflict, it is because that both the countries they are having the nuclear ability, they can actually, they are having the ability to use the nukes. So that is the reason. So let's see with another video. I think this was this was quite a long one. So let's see with another video, and thank you.